Life lessons from living. Let's get it out the gate. Bro, today I'm going to be talking about the downfall of pretty hood women. You see, throughout my whole life, man, one thing that I've noticed is that women who come from hood environments are some of the most gorgeous women to walk this planet Earth. And since I was young, before I was even conscious of it, I was always drawn to these gorgeous women. And as I get older, my assumption, my take on it of why these girls are so pretty, why these girls are so gorgeous, why these girls are so cool. And this is because their mothers and their fathers got together to make an elite child. And one thing that the hood does do is produce an elite child. And when I say elite, I don't mean just academic or just smarts, although that could be. But when I say an elite child, you see, everyone wants the best they can get, right? And you'll see a lot of dudes who become rich young. They struggled with women growing up, and that was a major part of how they got rich, or why they got rich, is to have better results with women. But the dudes who they had their way with women at a young age, and their encounters with women, man, they were shooting 90%. But the ones who got rich super young, a lot of them failed with women growing up. So that's a huge part of why they go and get the women. So they can, that's a huge part in why they go and get the money, so they can get the women. So do you know what happens to the hood women at a young age? They get pregnant by the hood dude who doesn't have too much going on besides hood status, hood fame. He probably sells whatever he sells, y'all know what I'm talking about. He probably sells whatever he sells, but he's a handsome dude. He's a charismatic dude, and things like that. And women are drawn to this guy. So by him achieving this at a young age without having to have money to get these women, he ends up getting them pregnant at a young age. And the guy who really wants these women and desire these women, and who will actually treat these women right, he has no chance with them until he has money. He's basically buying these women for what the hood dude got from this woman for free. So what I'm here to tell you, the downfall of pretty, gorgeous hood women is getting impregnated by the local hood superstars, the local hood kingpins, the local hood dudes who just have, it may be a small town, and his last name rings bells in the town, in the city. That'll get you a lot of girls too. It'll get you spots on teams that you shouldn't even belong in. Like, there could be a dude with no name better than you. But since you're in a small town, that dude who is locally famous, he's gonna have more pull than you when he's young. But a lot of these dudes peak in middle to high school. Middle to high school. And some even into college if they go to college. And if they go to college and don't make it to the NFL, NHL, the MLB, or wherever he's trying to go, college is his peak. And this is where the guys who couldn't get her, by this time, these guys are starting to bubble. So by 25, these guys are able to get out of school, have resources for themselves, and start coming up, while the dudes who peaked in high school and college are on the decline. But here comes the decline of the pretty hood women. Let's say you graduate and go to college by 18, 19, 20, 21. By 22, you're graduating college, getting off into college or whatever. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26 years old if you have an 8-year degree, etc. So by the time you get out, do you know what that pretty hood woman is gonna be 7+ times out of 10? She's probably gonna be impregnated already. She's probably gonna have a child on the way, another child on the way, a couple children on the way. And this is a pretty woman's downfall. Some of these women are very smart. They're very gorgeous. And like I said, I think they come out pretty this way because their fathers, they may have been kingpins in the hood, scammers, dope dealers, or whatever. And they get the best women. I don't care if it's white people's hood, trailer parks. I don't care if it's black people's hood, Section 8. These dudes get the most gorgeous women, and they produce some of the most gorgeous kids, man. They get the pick of the litter with little to no money. They probably got enough for a decent whip, man, and a few G's in their pocket. But these guys get some of the best, the most gorgeous women, and they come together with no money and make some of the most beautiful offspring. And this is the downfall of the pretty hood woman. Yeah, see, I joke with this girl. Her name starts with a K. I'm not gonna drop no names. You feel me? Her name starts with a K, and sometimes I'll hit her up, and I'll ask her, man, are you pregnant yet, or are you pregnant now? And she'll ask me what I'm talking about. See, I have some years on her, so I know. So she's probably just literally in her head, like, what is this guy talking about? But I've seen it time and time again. And she's on that trajectory. It's not her fault. It's based on her circumstance and her environment. 9 times out of 10, she will get pregnant by a hood dude who's a local kingpin, or his last name is popping in her environment, and she will end up just like 9 times out of 10 of all the other decent looking hood women. So I just have to ask genuinely. She thinks like, what am I talking about? But it's a genuine question, because this is the downfall of pretty hood women. So if you're a pretty hood woman, I want you to take heed. I want you to take heed of this message. You may know what's going on, but you don't know the consequences of what's going on. After you get pregnant by that hood dude who's gonna peak in middle school, high school, in college, no dude of value is gonna want you. I don't care what the world telling you or whatever. See, you will, as long as you have that entrance between your legs. You know as well as I do, you will always keep a man. That don't mean you like him. That don't mean you satisfied with them. You might stay with them out of survival and content with them and cheat on them on the low, but you don't really want that man. The men y'all gonna really want is the men that y'all able to pull in y'all primes. Because once these dudes reach their primes, they will no longer want y'all, man. Only simps have dudes behind other men when they don't have kids already for themselves. Free game. Y'all already know that, but it's for my men listening. Free game. You feel me? And this is the downfall of pretty hood women. Life lessons from living. Let's get it. And don't forget, hit that like, hit that comment, and subscribe. Gone.